Here at the Bronx Library Center, where you can sign up for the card, they're already seeing an increase in users.
Public libraries are also joining in, lending out free hotspots, mobile devices that transmit a wireless signal that low-income families can check out, much like books.
Coming up next, New York. Then and now, we're going to show you the amazing public library's time machine.
We want to give people information about historical places and as much information as possible.
The life of the past century's most celebrated singer is being celebrated at the New York Public Library of Performing Arts.
There's a new exhibit at the Public Library. It celebrates the art of spelling.
This exhibit is called Spellbound.
Some local students are asking for the community's help in getting more funding for their local library.
I'm joined once again by the presidents and CEOs of 3 of the city's major public library organizations, Linda Johnson, Tony Marks, and Bridget Quinn Carey. You know, the interesting report, long overdue, talks about how there's more than $1 billion worth of need, and that some very fundamental systems and services are at great risk. And look, the pictures are appalling. You know?
We've lost about 20% of city funding. We need both the staff to serve the community in these essential ways, and we need to have dignified facilities that people will enjoy and be inspired to come to.
A lot of people can't say they have their own magnet. This is very exciting. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about, New York Public Library. That's super cool.
This is fun to get to visit the library with Mommy and Whammy, isn't it?
These days, it's the sweetness of simple times that we cherish the most, with a visit to a New York Public Library.
Michelle Obama presented the 2015 National Medal for Museum and Library Service to Harlem Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture.
The ambiguous relationship we have with advertising is part of why I did the show.
5 lucky libraries will each be awarded $20,000 and their New York City Neighborhood Library Awards.
There are 80 Tech Connect classes offered at more than 80 branches throughout Manhattan, the Bronx, and Staten Island.
When I heard it was free, I said, "Oh, you're sure there is no catch, no surprise?" And they said, "No, it's totally free."
The New York Public Library is ushering in their summer reading program with a block party in the Bronx. The library says it's using the event to spread the word about the importance of summer reading for kids.
At the New York Public Library at Bryant Park in Manhattan, the statues above the fountains are named Truth and Beauty.
Según funcionarios de la biblioteca, las clases de inglés son tan populares que en los últimos 3 años han tenido que aumentar 4 veces el número de cupos.
The New York Public Library revealed its book cycle at the Stapleton branch on Monday. The idea for the book cycle came out of the library's innovation project.
The New York Public Library system is about to get a serious infusion of cash. The library says the $43 million boost will allow branches to stay open 6 days a week and have longer daily operating hours.
Alice live on stage is the focus of this exhibit at the New York Public Library for the Performing Arts.
And so he started making up this story. And eventually he took the story, wrote it, rewrote it, and gave it to Alice as a gift.
Up right outside the doors before we got here, and thousands are expected to attend the 5th annual Job Expo at the Fordham Library.
inside the New York Public Library, you'll find senior reference librarian Matthew J. Boylan.
People need a place to go to ask questions that are not easily answered, and that place is still the library.
This year, the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture at New York Public Library digitized its collection, making the Green Books accessible to younger generations who've never seen them.
It's one of the hottest tickets in the city. Story time at the New York Public Library. It's been around for decades, but attendance has skyrocketed.
A heavyweight bout between New York and Seattle. Today, the fastest library book sorters in America will be crowned.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now this week, the nominations process kicked off for the 3rd annual New York City Neighborhood Library Awards.
To honor the library is the most important thing. It just benefits so many different people, and it's vital to the community.
Surrounded by what looks like miles of scaffolding in the football field-sized room, it's where I meet up with Iris Weinschall. She's the Chief Operating Officer at the New York Public Library.
We're chomping at the bit to get it reopened and let the public partake of this spectacular public space.
Writer Adam to the gift shop at the New York Public Library to play a cashier named Kevin.
That in a smaller size.